Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Nia and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today is some of Nia's formal on-leash obedience commands. The little tiny corrections and lots of motivation that we give her when we're working with her, and the training equipment that Rich is using. He's using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand, which leaves his left hand free to give any little correction that's needed, and the only correction we give is a little tug and release on her training collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Now, if you notice, Nia is sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that they're going to demonstrate for us is heeling. The command is Nia, heel. And at this point, her job is to walk next to you nicely like a lady, not forging ahead, not dragging you, not lunging out, but staying right with you. Her shoulders should stay even with your left leg. And when you stop your feet, she has been taught to sit and wait for her next command. Very good.
Good job.
And she gets a treat for that.
Good girl. Ready? Here you go.
So they're heeling again. And she is food motivated, so that helps with the training when you're working with her at home. If you give her the occasional treat, and we will give you a clicker as well. Rich is using a clicker too.
Good job.
And then when he stops his feet, she sits.
Good job.
Now the next command that Rich will show us is the sit stay. Stay is a hand and a voice command, and your homework will be to lengthen out the amount of time she can hold it and the distance that you can go. When Rich returns back to her, he walks right back to her shoulders. She remains seated until he tells her to heel again. And she takes off walking with him. And she's learned that automatic sit very well. When she gets to her little blanket, she sits. She gets a click and a treat.
Stay.
Rich leaves her in another stay. And when he calls her, sometimes she wants to go back to heel position, but that's okay.
Good girl. Good job.
And she comes back to heel and sits. Very nice. So that's her recall, or come on command. So we're demonstrating her heel, her automatic sit, her sit and stay, and her come. Good job.
Stay.
And he'll call her one more time for you. He kind of guides her in, uses the leash as his guide, and she goes back to heel and she sits. So we have demonstrated for you heeling, auto sit, sit and stay, and come. And these are her formal on-leash obedience commands that we do suggest that you practice with her on a daily basis. We want to thank you again for choosing Nora's. She has done a great job, and we will see you tomorrow.